Part of the American military for 212 years now, an important Coast Guard station, a landmark in New York Harbor. But the Coast Guard has to save some money, so it's going to close Governor's Island. That means it will become one of the most valuable pieces of real estate in the city. The real estate people can't wait. Doug Johnson.
For over 200 years, Governor's Island has been a military base of one kind or another. Since 1966, it has been the headquarters to several commands of the U.S. Coast Guard. Now we are told that by 1998, this base will be closed. The Coast Guard needs to save money.
There is no other single action that the Coast Guard could have taken that would generate the predicted savings in the upwards of $30 million per year.
New York City or New York State would probably have first refusal on this island. Otherwise, it would be auctioned off to private interests. It's believed that in the early 1600s, a Dutch official bought this island from the Indians for some axe heads, some beads, and some nails. Now we're told that if eventually this island is offered to private developers, the price tag would be about $500 million. Is it worth it? And what would you do with it?
I believe that it's ideally suited for residential. It could be residential at a high level. It's a tricky site. It's a site that could cause lots of havoc because it's beautiful, but it's got problems.
Some speculate Governor's Island might be a good place to build a casino. Others say no.
Because first of all, there would have to be significant changes in the state and the city law unless they brought in an Indian tribe to run it. Secondly, you don't exactly have a conveniently located island for people to get to.
Some commands of the Coast Guard would be moved to Staten Island or Bayonne, but most would go to Virginia or South Carolina. Some Coast Guard families see a lower cost of living if they leave here, but some want to stay.
Oh, it's a great place to raise a family. It's safe. There's a lot of history here.
On Governor's Island, Doug Johnson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
For the first time in 200 years, Governor's Island today open to visitors.
And the historic island is sure to become a tourist attraction in tonight's Extra. New access to Governor's Island. In January, the federal government turned over most of the island to the city and state. And as they figure out how best to develop it, officials say tours are the way the public to help out.
It is just 5 minutes by ferry, but a world away from Lower Manhattan. Today's inaugural tour of Governor's Island was invitation only to advocacy groups and others positioned to influence the redevelopment.
So we're very, very excited today to be able to come officially on a tour, and we'll just see what lies ahead.
The island is rich in history. Its forts helped defend New York Harbor during the War of 1812. Most recently, it was home to a Coast Guard installation until 1996. Now it's home only to a small group of firefighters.
It's a beautiful island. If nobody's ever come out on a tour, they should come out on the island and see the tour. It's just a beautiful island.
The tours will be open to the general public 2 days a week. Officials in charge of development say they are counting on the tourists to generate the ideas.
We can't wait to start hearing what the public thinks this place can be and how it can be a new part of their life in New York.
There will be an education center and likely a hotel and conference center. And while some buildings will come down, the historic buildings will be preserved. Grand plans, but the challenge will be to pay for them.
So the development there has to really pay for itself. So yes, you can have some parkland, but you also have to have some commercial, at least self-pay activity in the mix.
They always knew that this would be a great fortification site.
And with today's visitors, the Park Service also started its tours. Ranger Ken Bausch preserving the story of those who came before.
So the people that served out here and lived out here, the Lenape, the Dutch, the American soldiers, the Coast Guardsmen, so they are not forgotten.
Officials hope to have the master plan completed by the end of next year, a plan that will turn a diamond in the rough into a real gem.
A real gem indeed.
Yeah,
what do you think would look nice there? Hotel, definitely.
Yeah, but I would hate to see them overdevelop it like, you know, they do around here. It's like 70 stories worth of apartment, multiple livings, a shopping mall. You know, they'll go through and they'll cover that thing up, and that's what I don't think they should
And in
do.
case you are interested, they have public tours there every Friday and Saturday until the fall.
Take advantage, yes.
Would this weekend be a good weekend to go?
This weekend is a good weekend to go. I mean, Saturday.